Okay, how to ruin 4 beds in about 30 seconds. If you don't know, on these KingRoons, they have one flaw that I know of, at least with the factory firmware. It might be fixed with doing updates, but when I pull these out of the box, I don't do any updates to them. I run them. I want an out-of-the-box printer that is just fantastic, and the KingRoon's closest to that. Of course, there's a lot of good upgrades, but as you can see, I managed to ram the nozzle into each one of these beds right here, ruining 4 of them all at once. Now, what happened? How did this happen? How do you prevent it from happening on your side? So, it happened on this bank here. I was pulling enough power from all of these and that one down there, so I've turned it off, that it popped the capacity of this power strip. So it actually flipped over and turned them all off. Now, these prints had not actually started. I had started the prints, but they hadn't actually begun printing. So when I turned the power back on, it had marked that there was a print started, so all of them gave me the resume print, and that generally works, but I have seen issues with it, and this was one of them. So when I hit resume print on each one of these, after it warmed up a minute or two, I come over and I hear it. I hear the mess happening, and all the nozzles are jamming, and I don't know why. I don't know what exactly is wrong when that happens, but I just know that if the print hasn't started, but you've commanded it to start a print, the power goes out, and then you go to restart that print, that resume start will just ram right through the damn bed. So I just cost myself, 4 beds. I think they're like $20-25 a piece. So I've got to deal with that. What is this bed warping back here? There's probably a piece of trash under it or something. I don't know. But yeah, so that ruined 4 of these. I mean, maybe I can, like, this is a brand new one. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with this bed except for that right there. I don't know of any ways to fix this. Maybe if someone wants to comment and can think of a way to fix this, I'm not sure. But it stinks. What I'll probably wind up doing is swapping over to these spring steel beds, because if that was to happen on the spring steel bed, it'd actually just push the bed down. It won't ruin it. So that's one of the reasons that I like those pretty well. And they also won't chip. These stock KingRoon beds will chip after a while, and generally you're not going to see this if you're printing a bunch of different prints, but if you're printing the same print over and over and over again using the same area, you can start to wear it out pretty quickly. I think I generally get about 100 to 200 prints off before that starts happening, and that's printing over the exact same area over and over and over again. And if you can lower the bed and have it to where it's not pushing down as much on the bed, that will definitely help. So you want to do your best to have it as far away from the bed but still sticking to the bed as possible. That'll give you an easier part that comes off, and it won't ruin the bed as much over time. So if you're doing production with these guys, that's something to think about. Another just kind of tip to think about when you're talking about preserving the life of these is you can just shift the bed a little bit. So if you're not using the whole bed, see, I'm hanging this bed off just a little bit, but it's still printing the circle perfectly fine on the bed. So on a couple printers, you can see I'm just cheating the bed over so that it's not hitting that same area over and over again. You can see I've got an issue right there. So a lot of these stock beds do give me issues over a while, but there's a couple tips that hopefully if you're doing some production or if you experience some issues, maybe one of those will help out. And definitely be careful if you start a print, lose power, and then want to hit resume print. It's better to just not hit resume print and restart the print, and you won't ram your nozzle into the bed.